Hey there, my friends. It's Jen Pitta with By the Shore Stamping. How are we doing today? Happy Tuesday. I am actually excited to join you today. I'm hoping the internet is going to cooperate. So feel free and please do give me a shout if you can see me okay. I had to get off and get back on because the internet was not working great. So while I'm waiting for you guys to find me, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up on my computer so that I can make sure everything is good. It looks like you guys can see me, so I think we're good. But I'm super excited. Today would have been card class day, which is normally my double header card class day. So I usually do back-to-back classes. Hey, Lisa. Okay, good. So it looks like you guys have found me and all is working well. I had to sign off and get back on because the internet was wonky. So I hope you guys all found me again because yeah, it wasn't working great. Okay, but it looks like everybody's finding me here. So welcome in. We're gonna do a special little class today. It's not normally a day that I would go live, but I thought it would be fun to do this today since I should be teaching all day today. So what else is there to do than to make some cards? So I have a really fun project that you guys can recreate, I'm sure, after the fact. I will provide cutting directions for this too. If you're on my mailing list, I'm going to include it in my email later today. So if you're not on my mailing list, make sure you click the sign up button above on my Facebook page when we're done and just click sign up and then add your email address in there. And then when I send the email later today, you'll get this too. But I'm going to include the cutting directions for this set of cards we're doing. So we're going to do 11 cards featuring one sheet of designer series paper. So it's going to be really fun, I hope. And I'm going to showcase one of the papers that is retiring. That is one of my favorites. It's the Bird Ballad Suite, the paper that goes with that. It's really, really pretty, and it's on sale for 30% off. It's $8.05 for this pack of paper, and it's gorgeous. So if you need some more paper in your life, and honestly, who doesn't, right? Then this is a good one to add to your list. I'm going to go ahead and turn you guys around so we can get you set up. So if you guys will hang on one second. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me. All right, let's get you into position here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is actually a collaboration between Shannon West from the Stampin' Up! Home office, who actually came up with the cutting plan and the layouts of the cards, and then a friend of mine, another demonstrator, Julie Davison, who actually did the cutting template, which worked really beautifully. So let me show you. I'm going to get them organized because they're all messed up right now, so I'm kind of putting them together over here. I'm going to show you first. So what it makes is it's going to make 11 cards, like I said. So you can use any paper you have, Marianne. Don't worry. So here's, you can make these 4. So we're just using one designer series paper, and then obviously you have to add the cardstock to it as well. For this paper, for this set, I used Pool Party, Whisper White, and Petal Pink, or just some little bits of Petal Pink. So you could do, I would probably suggest picking one pattern paper and then selecting maybe 3 colors that match that pattern paper. So you're going to grab, hi ladies, you're going to grab the pattern first, the pattern paper you want to use first, and then go ahead and grab the coordinating cardstock. I only used black ink, and so you'll also want to find a stamp set that has some good sentiments to you. I used one stamp set. I used the Bloom and Grow stamp set, which is actually carrying over. So I used that, and a black ink was the only sentiments I used. I grabbed some embellishments and some ribbon, and that was really all I needed. So cardstock, embellishment, ribbon, ink, and then one sheet of paper. So it's a really quick and easy way to put together 11 cards really quickly. So here is set of 4. So you make 4 of those. You make 4 of these, which are really cute. And you can see it's like a kind of a unique fold on that one. You make 2 of these and 1 bonus card, this one. So you can see we make 11 cards from this one sheet of paper. So I'm going to show you how we did that. All right, so first off, I'm going to use Bird Ballad again because I just love this paper. I will give you a little tip, however, that when you pick a pattern paper, so this pattern is really, really pretty, and I loved it.
I couldn't really vary, and I'm not sure that I really necessarily wanted to, because it's such a pretty pattern, but the backside was birds, and because it was like they were kind of going in a direction, it made it really hard to mix and match the pattern, so I left them all this pretty flower print. But I think I'm going to use this one around this time around, because it also has this pattern on the background, and you can see that the keys go in all directions, so it's not going to matter if like what direction the paper is. So with this one, it doesn't matter either. Like, it's the same both ways, so that's not going to matter. This one was the one I was going to use, but I'm afraid because we sometimes use the pattern this way or sometimes that way, this would probably work, but the back side would not. Although I'm tempted to use this one just because I love the feathers, so I could do a whole set using the same pattern like I did with this, which, I don't know. I kind of like it because the feathers, it doesn't matter if it's going this way or this way necessarily, but it just makes it a little trickier if you want to mix and match the front and back patterns, because as most of you know, the Stampin' Up! Paper is all two-sided, so you get two sides. So like, this paper is gorgeous, and this is really pretty too, and they would coordinate beautifully together, but it could just be really tricky to get the birds going in the right way. So for instance, this is the one that was tricky. And actually, you know what? I think you'd actually want to cut it this way, and then it would probably work right. So I'll have to try it. I think, like, so if you want these to be right side up for the cards, you would cut your cardstock, because it's a 6x12 template, so you cut in the half, and I believe would cut it 6.5 here. I'm sorry, 6 here. And then I think when we cut it for the rest of the cards, it would be right, but I think there's some switching and moving around, so I'm not sure that would work. So I'll have to try it on another one, but like I said, I'm going to use this one just to play it safe, and so that there's not an added level of complication to the whole project, because it's really not complicated. So like I said, if you're just joining me, hello, thank you so much for joining. I am going to send you guys the, if you're on my mailing list, you will get the Double Wonder card template. This was actually put together by someone in the home office, Shannon West. She did the template and the designs of the cards, and then a fellow demonstrator, Julie Davison, actually prepared the directions, but they've shared it with us so that we can share too. So I will be sure to send this out later today. If you're on my mailing list, you'll get that from me. If you're not, you can go ahead and click sign up at the top of this page, and that email will go out later today, and you can be added to that. All right, so here is our cutting directions. So it's a 6x12 template. So in order to get the 11 cards out of here, where did I put, oh, put it back here. 11 cards out of here, we're going to cut our cardstock 6x12. So you're going to cut 2 6x12. Hi guys, thanks for joining me. So I'm just gonna, and like I said, because this pattern on both sides of this paper are all over patterns, it does not matter which direction I cut these. So I'm keeping this really simple, and we're gonna change it up a little bit from the pattern that I used in my samples. So we'll have 2 sets. All right, so first thing first, so the way she set up the directions, which was really nice, there's 4 different layouts, and it tells you how to cut the paper based on that. So this is my 6x12, and our first card is to cut the 4.5 off the end of the designer series paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to cut at 4.5. I'm going to set this piece aside, and on this one, I'm actually going to leave it this way, and I'm going to cut 3 1.5 inch by 3 1.5 inch strips first. So I'm going to do 1 and 2, and then we're going to cut those in half. So that is 3 and 3 and 3. Okay, so there's 2 of our 4 cards. So we're going to use 3 pieces of these for each one of these cards. Okay, so that's the one we just prepped for. One set of 2. Now, this 6 by 12 piece I started with for layout number 2, I'm going to actually cut all my pieces first just because I think it'll be easier than pulling the trimmer in and out. So the second layout, I'm going to cut 4 inches off this piece that we started with. So remember, it was 6 by 12 to start, so there's my 6-inch side. I'm going to turn it and cut 4 inches off now. Cut 4, set that piece aside because we're going to need it. And then for this one, we're going to cut 3/4 of an inch off on one side. Hold on, let me just, nope. Let's see. Yes, that would be right. I just want to make sure I cut it right. 1-inch strips. So yeah, we're going to do it this way. We're going to cut 3/4 of an inch here. Okay, we're going to set that aside. That's actually going to be something we use for layout number 3. And then we're going to take this and we're going to cut it into 1-inch strips. So they're going to be 1 inch by 5 1/4. So yeah, that is correct. So I'm going to do 1 inch. You should get 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now I have 4 of those strips, okay? So that's for my layout number 2. And then number 3, we're going to take that last piece of paper we have, and we want it to be 3.5 by 2 1/4, so 2 of those. So right now it's at 3.5, and so I'm just going to turn it on the side and cut 2 1/4, and then 2 1/4. This is going to be the little piece we'll need for our bonus card, so I'm just going to set that aside. So I have, you guys can't see it, but here's layout 1, layout 2, layout 3 from the first half of the paper. So now I'm going to take the second half of the paper and we're going to do it again. So again, I turned this on the side. We cut 4.5. Okay. I'm going to set that aside. And then I cut these at 1.5. So, sorry, let me bring it back in here. 1.5. 1. Whoops, I just caught my shirt in here. 1 and 1. So I have 3 sets of 1.5. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut these in half. So there's another set. I think I just said 3.5. It's 3. And 3. And again, I will be sending the directions for this to those on my mailing list later today. So if you're not already on my mailing list, be sure to click sign up above and do that so you can get a copy of these directions. All right, so now I'm going to move on and we're going to take 4 inches off this side. And we're going to cut we're going to cut on the edge here. We're going to cut 3/4 of an inch off. These we're going to use for, so I had 2 of those. We're going to use those for layout 3, so I'm putting that with there. And then we're going to 1-inch strips. So yeah, so we're going to do 1. So with the cutting directions, it really helps because it shows you pictures and written directions. I've already done it once, so I'm moving kind of quickly. So this video will obviously be up on my Facebook page indefinitely, so you can always come back and watch the video again, and I will upload it to my YouTube my YouTube channel, so if you want to subscribe there, it's By the Shore Stamping as well, you can do that, and that will be up on replay as well, so you can go through on your own, and again, the written directions will go out to my email list later today. So there's set 2 for layout 2, and then our last little piece is this one. This one is 3.5 by 2 1/4. So I'm just going to cut 2 1/4 and another 2 1/4. And then this is that little extra piece we had left over for bonus. Let me put this with layout 3. Okay. And then remember we had these 2 pieces that are bonus pieces. This is going to be for our bonus card. We're going to cut right in the middle of both. So it gives me 4 squares. So it's 1 3/4. Oops. Like that. Okay. And then that's all my cutting. So that's it for that. Now it's just assembly. So let's go ahead. I actually, so like I said, I pulled the pattern paper that I wanted to use first, and I pulled a couple of cardstock colors that I might want to use for bases. So I have Whisper White, Old Olive, and Pool Party, which all match the coordinating, it's all coordinating colors for the paper that I pulled. So you'll want to just kind of pull that in advance. I also pre-cut some items too. So hopefully these colors will work because I was cutting them based on the cards that I did the first time, but I'm just going to put these here as we get to them. I may have to change up some coloring. And I did forget to do a couple of the layering pieces. So for this one, it is 3 1/4 by 5. So let me do that. So I lied. I have a little bit more. Sorry about that. I forgot about these. 3 1/4 by 5. Let's get, I'm going to need 4 of those for this card. So we're going to do, the paper is so pretty. Did I say 3 1/4? I did, right? 3 1/4 by 5. Oh, if you're just joining me, I was actually saying that this paper is actually one of the ones that's retiring from the annual catalog. We released the retirement list last week, so a lot of it is on sale, and this paper is now only $8.05. So it's beautiful. You get 12 double-sided sheets. So the stamp set that coordinates with this is actually carrying over, but the paper is not. So if you like it, be sure to go jump into the online store and get some of that, and check out the other paper too, because like I said, a lot of it is like 30% off. So it's a great deal right now. So if you need a little retail therapy, that is always good. And it is really, really pretty paper. Oops, I just scored that. I didn't mean to. Okay, so there's those pieces for layout 1. So now I have my card base, my little layering piece. So I'm going to put those with this. Okay, and then these pieces I cut to go with that one too. I might change the coloring. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so that's that one. And then I'm going to use, this one I don't have a layering piece. The only one that needs it would be this one. Oh, and this one does too. So let's see. It is 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. And let's do white for that too. 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. I think that's what I said. Who knows? 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. I only need 2 of these because we only get 2 of this design. Yeah. So that goes with this one. This one has no layering piece. This one just has one little sheet. So I might hold off on that because I might change. Well, no, I guess I could use the blue. That one's 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. I changed this one up a little bit. 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. Because I just liked it having a little bit of a matte on. Oops, hold on. I'm trying to get my cardstock out. 3 1/4 by 3 3/4, I think is what I said, right? Sorry about that. I meant to cut all these pieces ahead, but it came down to either I have some lunch or I cut all these pieces. So I had lunch because I was feeling a little wonky. Okay, yeah. So that's going to go with the bonus card. If you look at the sample, they did not mat it on something. They just put the 3 patterns right onto the card base. But I wanted to tie a little bow on it. So like I said, I pulled my cardstock. I pulled that coordinated. So I put 3 colors that coordinated with the piece of paper that I pulled. So in this case, it was Whisper White, Petal Pink, and Pool Party. And then the pattern paper. So I just wanted to pull in that color again. So if you're starting out with this project, you would need to pick your pattern paper first. And then select the 3 colors that you want to use with it. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to put layout 2, layout 3, and the bonus card off to the side. I'm going to just start with this one, okay? All right, so this one, I'm going to use, I think, blue as my base. maybe let me think about this a second. Do I want to use, yeah, no, I'm going to use blue, I think. Maybe we'll do 2 blue, 2 green. I don't know. Can wing it a little bit. So first off, I'm just going to fold this in half and use my bone folder. Get a nice crisp crease on that. Fold 2 of them. Maybe I'll do 2 blue, 2 green, just because. And then we'll see which one we like better. I'm using a different pattern than the original set that I made, so it'll be like brand new set of cards. I'm going to do green, so this is the old olive. I may find that I don't like the pink with it, but we'll see. We'll see. That one. And if I don't, we can use the blue that I have. Alright. So that's that. Then we have these 4 pieces. So this is what we need. Where did I put the... Oh, here they are. So we need 3 pieces for each one, and they're just going to get lined up like this. Okay. You see where I'm going with that? So you're just going to take those, whoops, and tape those down. Now, as I said before, you could use either side. So, why is this being weird? You could use the green key side if you wanted to, or the flower, or you could mix and match. I'm going to go with the flower for this one. I'm loving the flowers because they're nice and springy, and we just need to do that. We need some flowers in our lives. Okay. All right. There we go. Just going back here. Yeah, the one-sheet wonders are really great, Marianne. I have a couple, actually. I have this one, like I said, which was designed by Shannon West in the home office and put together with collaboration with Julie Davidson, who's another fellow demonstrator friend. But I have one that I designed a few years back. Maybe I'll do that one on Thursday for my Facebook Live. And then there's also a third one that I have that was a friend of mine, Rhonda Wade's. So there's many, many ways you can do the one-sheet wonder. The one I had, I believe, I want to say it was like 10 or 12 different cards. The cutting instructions were a little more, they weren't quite so simple, I don't think. But they were still doable. Still very doable. So I'll have to see if I can pull that out. And maybe I'll do that for Thursday. Because, yeah, I've got a bunch of these. I just liked this one because it's like duplicates. And it was really easy to mass produce. I put these together really quickly. I liked it. Sometimes I find that the one-sheet wonders, I'm not really crazy with the end results of the cards. So I haven't really been a huge one-sheet wonder fan. But with certain designs, they're really pretty. Like, I know there's some that do, like, the triangles and things like that, and that's just never been my style. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just didn't love that style of card. Or a lot of times they were just too simple for me. I don't like really fancy involved techniques, but I do like my cards to have layers and whatnot. So that's hence why I added an extra layer for the bonus card on this one and kind of made them each my own a little bit. So that's my thing, but fast and simple is usually what most people want. And all of the one-sheet wonders are that, which is really good. It's kind of the whole idea. There's actually some, too, that are for 6x6 paper. But I think it's like for a whole pack of 6x6 paper. I've never tried one of those, but maybe I'll do that next. But this one is a really pretty set. I like it. I don't know what I'm doing for Teach Me Tuesday yet. That will go out in your mailbox later today, too, along with these directions. But, yeah, I'm kind of focused on one thing at a time today. All right, so there's that. I used the Whisper White Crinkle Twine. I'm just going to look in my stash and see if I have any. Oh, I do. Maybe I'll switch this one to, oh, is this not garden? Is that olive? Yeah, that's olive, right? That'll be pretty. Let's do this one. Hopefully I have enough of it. Let's do this. And I'm going to do I want to make sure when you tie this that you tie it really close to the edge. I'm just going to do knots on this one instead of bows, I think. You want to make sure, because of the little doodad I used, the ornate frames, I want to make sure that I get as close to the edge of this panel as I can with my knot. Otherwise it won't fit. So I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to cut these down. Okay. And I think the pink will still work. So I think that'll be fine. So we're going to do that. All right, so let me tie those. And I'll do this. I'm going to just use knots because that way I'll save on my ribbon. And I didn't have as much, I don't have as much of this as I have of the Whisper White that I used for the last one. So, but I will say, I love that Whisper White crinkled ribbon, but it's a little staticky, so it was a little bit of a struggle to tie bows with that. So that's the other reason why I'm switching it up, because my hands are always cold, and so therefore they were super staticky, and it was a little challenging even when the camera's not going. But I'm not sure that I'm gonna have enough of this to do the whole set of cards, but we'll see how far I get. This is actually the ribbon from the Ornate Garden suite, which is a preview of the annual catalog. It's a combo. Actually, it comes with this color and the Calypso. So actually, I might be able to use the Calypso on some too for this set. I don't know where that is. I didn't see it, but it must be in that drawer. All right, so go ahead and tie that. Trim these down. Again, I'm getting them as close as I can to the edge of this panel. And one more for this. And we will do this. Cut this one a little short. We'll see how good I am. All right. I'm very persistent, but this is really tiny. Giving myself a challenge here. Oh, things I can do it. Not going to be very tight. There we go. But I'm going to slide this over just a little bit before I tape it down. There we go. I got it. I was trying to be too stingy with my ribbon. Okay, so there's those 4 layers. Now I'm going to take my dimensionals. Where did I put those? There they are. And I'm just going to put dimensionals on the back of each of these. And we'll have 1. So this is really just a lot of mass producing, but you can do a lot of cards. Like you could put together a whole package of DSP with this pattern, and you would have, so let's do the math here, 11 times 6, there's 6 sheets, 2 each of design, so 12. So what is that? How many cards is that? 11 by 10. 110, right? No, that doesn't seem right. Oh my god, so embarrassing. I'm so not a math person. You all know I'm an English major, so math is not my forte. I'm sure one of you guys can figure it out faster, but it's a lot of cards. Good lord, so embarrassing. It's gonna bug me though now, but now I'm like at the point where you can't think about it because it's just, I'm making it worse in my head. Oi. Terrible. See, now you all know something really embarrassing about me, that I am not good at math. We did a when I was a kid, we did this thing called finger bop. So like when I learned to add, we used our fingers. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And it goes on like all the way up to 100, and then you just start over. And because of that, I am just so awful at like basic math. Like it totally ruined my ability to do math in my head. I can't do it. It's just a block I have now. So I apologize, but I can create and I can write. So, you know, we all have our fortes. Math is not mine. Okay, so we did 2 in the pool party. Okay, and then 2 in the olive. Nope, not 6 cards per 12 by 12 sheet. There's 11 cards per 12 by 12 sheets. And there's 12 sheets per pack, correct. So 11 cards, so 11 times 12, but I believe, right? Yeah. Which should be really simple math, and I know it is. It's just, yeah, not working for me. I'll let one of you smarties do it. I'll focus on creating. All right, so there's this base part, and I'm obviously putting these on with dimensionals because I love dimensionals. I actually like the green too, so this is going to be cool because there'll be a lot of variety. We'll have the blue and the green for this one. Now we need to stamp our sentiment, so I had pulled these, which I cut with the Ornate Garden dies, the ornate dies. This and this little piece are from that set. 132. Thank you, Marianne. I don't know what, it seemed like it should be so easy and was not. For me, anyway. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp. I'm using, oh, I didn't show you the stamp set that I'm using. I love this stamp set. It is carrying over, but I just love the font so much. So it's the only stamp that I'm using for sentiments. It's the Bloom and Grow stamp set. And it's got some really, I just love the font of this one. And it's just really pretty. These are really pretty too, but I'm just using the greetings right now. I just wanted to find a set that had some really nice greetings for me. I'm going to go ahead and stamp these. All right. I'm thinking I might later this week, if you guys are interested. I told you the retiring list came out. So last year I did a walkthrough of my annual catalog and my mini catalog, and I told you page by page what was retiring and what was staying. So I might do that again this week if you guys found that helpful. I know looking at a big long list doesn't work for me, and I like to compare it to my catalog because that's where all of my especially when I was just crafting for myself, I would always highlight all of the items that I had in the catalog. And so when everything went into retirement, I would then go through and compare the retired lists to what I owned and then see what was on my wish list still that I didn't get that I wanted to add to my list. So if it's something that's helpful, I'd be happy to do a YouTube video for you guys and put it on my channel that just kind of walks page by page and shows you visually what is retiring rather than just a big long list of what's retiring. Of course, you can always go to the store and see it too. So, yeah. And which things I would recommend. I recommend them all, actually. Just kidding. Most of them. But, yeah, I can totally do that. I'll do that later this week. And then I'll put it up on my YouTube channel. Because it's... Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I have to work till 3, but then I can play. I still have to do it for my own catalogs, so it will make me have to do that, because it's helpful for me, too, because I haven't pulled... I always go through and pull all the things that are retiring, and then I can kind of tell you which things you must have, because there's always certain things. I mean, obviously I love everything, but there's always certain things that I'm really sad to go. Like, I can tell you right off the top of my head, I didn't even notice it right off the bat, but one of my other demonstrator friends and I were talking this week, and the white baker's twine is retiring, and I'm like, what? I use that constantly, so that will definitely be something we'll want to stock up on if you like, because it's so inexpensive and it's great for everything. Was the lattice from the Big Shot? I'm not sure which lattice you're talking about, but I can check. Like I said, I haven't gone through my catalog yet individually, so it's just still a big long list in my head. I don't have visuals tied to everything yet, but I'll look and I can let you know, Sue. But I'm not 100% sure without looking. But yeah, there's always quite a bit that retires. I can tell you that if you're missing any blends colors, if you're doing them individually, they won't be selling them individually anymore. They're only going to be selling them in combo packs. So, like if you wanted just the light Lovely lipstick, actually Lovely lipstick's going to go away altogether because it's a retiring in color, but say you wanted the light Rococo Rose, that will now only be available light and dark combo pack, so you'd have to get both. You can't get one or the other. So that's something to kind of check your inventory. Hey Jean, that's awesome. The one I'm using, Oh, this one is not retiring. This is actually a sneak peek of a new catalog dies. It's from the Ornate Garden Suites. It's a beautiful set of dies, and it is not retiring. It's actually, this one is available right now, and it will be right through the new annual catalog because it's a sneak peek of new stuff. So yeah, these are beautiful. I love them. Okay, so there's one. I probably, if I was doing this on my own and not on camera right now, I probably would have recut this lattice piece using, excuse me, the Calypso Coral or the Pool Party maybe. But since I already pre-cut these, I'm just going to use the pink and green work too. It just wouldn't be my first choice. All right, so I think it'll look prettier on these. Yeah, see, this looks really pretty, I think. Those two colors for some reason. All right. Oh, goodness. I've been so good today. I went for a walk this morning in the rain. Now it's sunny, go figure. But I went for a walk this morning. I did a workout this morning. I cooked myself breakfast this morning. It felt really good to just kind of putz around a little bit. But then, of course, I was like rushing around to get myself ready for this. And now I haven't done my Teach Me Tuesday yet. So if you guys have anything specific you want to see for Teach Me Tuesday, feel free to shout it out because that's my next task is to get that done. So, and today is actually the 1-year anniversary of Nate and I's first date. So we'll probably be, I don't know what we'll be doing because obviously we can't go out, but we'll be celebrating that tonight too. So I gotta make a card for that too. All right, so that was layout 1. So we made 4. I changed the 2 colors. So we have a green and a pink blue background. I love the blue one, I think, better, but the green's cute too. Thank you, Donna. All right, so next up we're gonna do layout number 2, and I thought this one was really cute. So we make 4 of these as well, so I'm gonna pull 4. I'm using the Thick Whisper white, and I pre-scored them already. I like the Thick Whisper white for card bases because the white that we stamp on is a little bit thinner, so it doesn't, like if you make a card, it doesn't stay standing upright very well. So what we're going to do with these, and this is such a fun little technique, I liked it. We're going to do, what was it, 1 1/4? Yeah. So on one side of this, I'm going to score at 1 1/4. So I'm scoring, not cutting. So you can see there's a score line here and a score line there. So let me do that on all 4 of these. And there's 2. And you know what? I'm actually showered too. Go figure. It's a good day. I'm not wearing leggings either. That's a good day right now too. I was joking. Actually, I think it was you, Marianne, that we were joking that I have pajama leggings, workout leggings, day leggings, evening leggings. It seems to be my only wardrobe at the moment. All right, so now I'm going to take these 4 cards. I'm going to actually fold them in half to create the card base, so right in the middle, and use my bone folder to get a nice crease on those. And are you in leggings too? Is that what you're saying? They're so comfortable. Nobody ever sees me, so what difference? I know, exactly, Liz. Who needs to wear real clothes? It's lucky, like I said, if I shower, I'm doing good, but today, I'm doing extra good. Alright, so now we're going to take that strip that I scored, and we're going to fold it backwards. And again, you'll probably want to use your bone folder to get a nice good crease on that. I'm going to actually tape it down too, because I like to tape it so it stays secure. You don't have to. You could leave it open if you wanted to, but we're going to put a sentiment over it anyway, but I just like to tape it down so it's flat. All right. There's 3 and 1 more. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and tape these down. So we get nice flat. Yeah, no makeup. I may put makeup on later today. Like I said, it's anniversary day, but I don't know. I may not because I just went through all my makeup this weekend. I threw like a trash bag of makeup away because it was all like old or whatever, and I just don't wear it very often, so I do need to kind of do a little Sephora order soon. Get some staples. Not really staples, that would be a different store. But some staple products for my face. All right, so now we're gonna take the little strips. This is the layout for this one. Now, like I said, I could switch it up and do the flowers and the keys. I could do the 2 flowers, or I could do the 2 keys. So I don't like the 2 keys. Do I want to do a mix and match? I don't think so. I think I'm going to do this. Sometimes, I don't know if I can do it. Sometimes I like to make them, I don't know if they're, yeah, like, see, it might be too hard. But I like to put them so that where I cut them, there's like, so you can see they line up. I'm going to do that if I can, but I'm not sure I'll be able to with all of them. Oh no, I think my tape is going to run out. Oh, wait, you know what? I think it's not too far from me, so it won't matter. I used to store my tape on the other side of the room, but I moved it recently. Okay, yeah, I went with the flowers. Thanks, ladies. Thanks for the confirmation, but yeah, I kind of like that they all coordinate. Oh, I've got a little gummed up here. Let's try it. Maybe that's why it's not behaving. Let's try that again. Come on. Oh, because it's empty. I told you it was going to run out soon. Let's throw that out. Let me get another one. Oh. There we go. Do a new one of these. All right, that will work better. A lot of times when they get lower, they don't work as nicely. All right, so let's do that. And that one's going to line up like this. Okay, set that aside. Let's see if I can line up any of the others. I'm not sure that I'll be able to. Maybe. I think this one goes with this one. Yep. Woo woo. Love it. Okay. Stick that here. Just centering it on that panel as best you can. A lot of people don't like the white on white, but it's actually one of my favorite things to do. If you want to make a super elegant card, is just layer white on top of white on top of white, and then maybe just a tiny touch of a color, and it's so pretty. I like to do that for wedding cards, actually. Or vanilla. You could do vanilla and do the same thing. Do like a small little punched flower or something. It's really pretty. All right, so last one. Let's see if I can get, yep, I can get that one lined up too. Okay. Is that right? Nope. This way. Okay. Attach that. Put that down. We're going to do this one. So you can see most of the work in this is just the cutting part, and that really didn't take me much. So once you get the hang of it, this goes by really fast, and you'll have a good amount of cards ready to go. Okay, so these don't match up at all, unfortunately, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm just gonna, or do they? Oh, you know what? They do. This one goes on this side. I was looking at the wrong side. There we go. So put that down. And then this last one. And for this one, I'm using the 2-inch circle punch and the starburst punch. And I'm super sad that the starburst punch is retiring. That's this one. It's my absolute favorite. Let me actually check. I don't know if that one's on sale or not. Look how tiny this is. So it might take me a second. I really need to get my eyes looked at, but since most places aren't open right now, although they might be, but it's not worth it at the moment. I can deal. Let's see. Where are my punches? Starburst punch. There it is. It is not on sale. It's still at full price, which is $18. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's such a good punch, and it works perfectly with the 2-inch punch. We're also retiring a lot of our circle punches. I think we'll have 2 1/4, 2-inch, and 1 1/2. So if you're missing any of our circle punches, be sure to check that out too, because those are retiring as well. And I love circle punches because they're really fast and easy. Of course, we'll have dies, the layering circles still, but it's not as easy as using a punch. So again, I'm going to take the stamp set. This time I'm using Thank You from the bottom of my heart. And I'm just going to stamp that on the 2 inches. It is really tiny, Donna. It makes it even harder, though, when your eyes are going these days. Excuse me. All right, let's just do... So again, to recap, all I'm using for this is 3 colors of cardstock that coordinate with the pattern paper I picked, 1 sheet of 12 by 12 pattern paper, 1 ink, and then some various little tool punches and tools that you could adapt to make your own. You could even just cut squares or, you know, what have you, if you didn't have all the extra tools. So these are really easy to make. All right, there's my 4 greetings. Put that off to the side, and I'm going to layer these onto the Starburst punch, just flat, and then I'll put them onto the card with the dimensionals. Hello. Hi, Pamela. Thanks for joining us. We're doing 11 cards right now out of 1 sheet of cardstock. We're on layout number 2. All right, I don't know what this is, but I don't want it to cause a bump. There we go. Okay. Hello, Wisconsin. Thanks for joining me. Oh, look. Pool party matches my shirt today. I love to wear Stampin' Up! Colors. This one and Coastal Cabana are definitely 2 of my favorites. And Bermuda Bay, those are probably my faves. The shirt I'm wearing actually would be a really cool card color scheme. I guess it would be like Night of Navy, Bermuda Bay, Calypso Coral. Maybe a little pool party, since that's the color that I have on here. But yeah, I've always said that I should do a card with this color scheme. Okay, so there's that. Now, like I said, I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of these. We're going to pop these on with dimensionals. So I always do little triangles when I add dimensionals to a circle. So a triangle. That way it doesn't sag. Okay, and then I'm just going to attach these to the card. Yes, that is true, Donna. We are getting the new die cutting machine, and that is why they're probably getting rid of many of the punches, but I still like my punches for quick and easy. When I don't feel like, sometimes I'm lazy and I don't want to get up and do the big shot. Because I do have to get up a little bit in order to use my big shot. But I am super excited about that. All right. Next up, this one. Oops, I kind of moved that at the last second, but nope, it's gonna have to stay. It's a little crooked. The other one, I tied little bows on this. I don't know if I have. They are so much faster. Yep, I agree, ladies. There's needs for both. Like, I love using my die cutting machine for fancy stuff like this, but when I just want really fast and simple cards, it's really nice to be able to have a punch to use. So if you're missing any of those circle punches, be sure to grab those. It's funny, a couple of years ago, we had a 2 1/2 inch, and I still kick myself for getting rid of mine. But, oh well, such is life. We have 2 1/4 now, so, and that one's staying, which is good, because I like that one too. So, yeah, we can put that one on, I think. I need mini glue dots for that. Grab this. So I'm just going to take the bow and stick it right down on top of the glue dot. And then when you pull it off, it comes off the back there. There you go. There's one. Let's do, I guess I'll tie my bows first. This ribbon is much easier to tie a bow with than the white one that I was using earlier. Like I said, I love it. It's really pretty, but it's a little staticky, so it makes it a little difficult. But what's really cool about that Whisper White crinkle ribbon, which again, like I said, is carrying over, is you can color it with your blends. So if you need a specific color ribbon and we don't have it, you can make it, which is always good. All right, so there's that. There's 2. This is number 3. I like to tie my bows right on the spool of ribbon so that I can not waste too much. Hey, Tiffany. Oh, I'm glad I can entertain you for your lunch break. Thanks for joining me. Do I ever use smaller than 1.5 inch circle punch? I do. I like the 1 inch punch, actually. And we had a 1 3/8, which I still have, which is retired. That one I don't use as much anymore, but there were some that I used. But I would say 1 inch is a really good one. I'm not sure. I think that one was on sale too. I don't know. Again, I don't know the status because all of these items are while supplies last. So you'll want to go check it out. I'm just looking to see if I can find. I think the 1 inch punch was 1 inch, yeah. That one's not on discount either, but it's 13, I think. It's a little less because it's not as big. So yeah, be sure to check those out if you need circle punches, because I like to have all of the options. Yeah, not on sale, Marion. You're faster. Your little young eyes are faster than mine. All right, and then this one. Grab that. Stick that down here. And the final one for this. And then we're done with layout 2. So we've done 8 cards. Look at that. Yes. Yep. The little black ones. I used to have Longer Burger magazine racks on my walls, and I would put those whale tail punches on the wall, and then I could tuck my whale tail punches right inside the they're not basket holders. I forget what they were. Magazine racks. I think they were magazine racks. So it had like just bars and you hung the magazine over them. And that was what I used to store my punches. But when we switched to the new style, they used to fall down off the wall and hit me in the head. So too many times of that I switched it up. All right, so there's pattern 2. So now we've done 8 cards. We have the two different colors, but the same card here. And then 4 of this one. Now we'll do layout 3. This one, I only need 2 of. And I think I might use the blue again. So let's go ahead. Fold these in half to make the card base. Well, that does make it a little bit easier there, Miss Marianne. Because, yeah, that list is crazy. So, whoops. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and go through my master copy of my catalog and update that soon, because I'm much more a visual person. I like to see those things, and then I'll walk you guys through it too. All right, so this one, we're going to do, these 2 are the bases, and we're going to just stick this down like this. And again, that matches, so we'll go like that. And then this one, let's see if I can get it where I cut. Nope. Oh, it goes that way. See, that's the way it goes together, so I'm going to put them together that way. Like that and like that. And then this was the extra piece, so you could use this across the middle, which on my original set that I did, I actually just used basic coordinating cardstock. But this one I actually like. The keys are okay for me here, so I'm going to leave that. But I'm going to tape these down first. Okay. And just kind of center that. Okay. And then this one. And we'll do this down here. Okay. Same thing on this side. Okay, And one more. Like that. Okay. This one is actually overlapping. I cut it right to the same, the 3 3/4, but I think I'm going to leave this one 4, so it's a little bit longer and hangs off a little bit. But I'm going to stick that right in the middle. Like that. And then I'll do the same thing for this side. That looks good. And I'm going to put this onto the card with dimensionals. I don't know that I'm going to do ribbon on this one this time, because this kind of looks like ribbon. So let's go ahead and use dimensionals for that. And we'll put this one over, use some dimensionals, like that. Okay, I'll take the backings off, and I'll attach that to the card. Oop, it wasn't ready yet. There we go. Okay, and then this one. I might grab the Calypso coral ribbon and tie a bow on, but let's stamp our greetings first. Again, I'm using that same stamp set, the Bloom and Grow, but I'm using the Let's Celebrate You, and then I pre-cut a couple of the stitched ovals from the Stitched Shapes dies, and again, I'm just going to use black ink, so I'm using my Memento Black. Ink that up. And then it just fits, so I just want to make sure I get it where it needs to be. Look how pretty that sentiment is, though. I just love it. And one more. Okay. Whoop. There we go. I'm going to put those on with dimensionals too, but I'm thinking I'm going to try... I think it needs a little splash of color. So, like I said, the old olive ribbon that I was using earlier, see it's almost gone, is in a combo pack with this Calypso coral ribbon as part of the Ornate Garden Suite. So I think I'm going to tie a little bow here, and we can put it on with some glue dots maybe. Let's try it, see what we think. I could have just wrapped it around that panel, but this is a little more resourceful, less waste. So then I can just kind of stick it here like that. I think that will work. I think I like it. Let me put this on with some dimensionals here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll flip this one over. 1, 2, 3, 4. And oh, you guys still there? I lost you. I'm the bow queen. I like to do bows. I just like texture. So I usually try to add bling and texture to every card, which we'll have to go back and add my bling in a second, because I am going to do that. Let's go ahead. Stick this on here. I think I'll put it here, like that. I like it. Okay, so there's that one. And then we'll stick this one on. And I hope you guys can all hear me still. It's flashing, which sometimes means my connection isn't great. So, do that. All right, one more bow. It looks like you can still see it over there because I've got you up on my computer too. So I think we're good. But hopefully the audio is okay because I can't hear that. All right, so then I tie a little bow again, snip this off, and we'll do a little glue dot like so. Whoops, I lost it. I love this sentiment too. This stamp set has the best sentiments. I think I showed it at the beginning, but you weren't here. It's the Bloom and Grow stamp set. So it's got Forever Starts Today. You are simply wonderful. Hello. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, which I love. And then Let's Celebrate You. I just love the font. It's really, really pretty. And it's carrying over, so that's good. You'll have time to get that one. All right, final card is the bonus card. So there's only one of these. And like I said, I added in the layering piece. So this was the one where we had the 4 squares. Again, I try to put them so that they line up the way I stamped them. The cat just jumped on the table, so she's probably going to get in my way. Yep. Kitty, this is not time to play. You're not helping. Let's see. Okay. No. Crazy cat. I swear, she thinks I'm talking to her whenever I talk. I do Zoom meetings for work, and as soon as I start talking, she hops right on. All right, I'm just going to do that because it's as close as I can get. So we'll do this. She's so silly. You guys are behind me, so I'm now just seeing on my computer her big head. She's so goofy. She follows me around like a dog. It's crazy. Like, if I run up the stairs, she runs up with me. If I go down the stairs, she comes down with me. And if I do it, like, within 20 seconds of each other, she follows me up, but then she follows me down. She's just crazy. I've never met a cat so obsessed with me. I think it's because I'm not really a huge cat fan, and she knows it, so she's trying to win me over. She's silly. I'm not really a cat fan, but I do like her as much as she's a pain in the butt. She's cute. All right, so let's go ahead. She's sitting right next to me now, just watching me. So funny. All right, but yeah, whenever we have Zoom meetings for work, it never fails that she kind of jumps in at some point. I'm going to tie this one off to the side over here, like this. A little more. I think I'll do a bow, maybe. Get this out of the way. It's funny, I will find if I leave twine on the counter, on my desk, I will find it strewn all over the floor by morning. I'm learning because I never had a cat before, so I also find my embellishments all over the floor. I think I'm just going to do a knot because I don't think I have enough for a bow. So yeah, it's definitely a learning process to have a cat in the house. Okay. Stick that there. Trim this down, and then I'm going to attach this with dimensionals. And this is going to make me so excited, and you guys are going to think I'm crazy. But look I have 4 little dimensionals left, and it's going to be perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would normally put one in the middle because we don't want anything to sag, but I'm going to let it run because I like that I just used up a whole sheet of dimensionals. That makes me so happy to use up all the bits. All right, so this is going to go on. I didn't pick a card base for this, but I'm going to use the Whisper White. I think. I'm going to fold this in half. And I'll put this here in the middle. Hopefully I'll do better with the middle than I did the last time. And then I used, these are just from the Stitched So Sweetly dies. And they're on back order at the moment, but they're carrying over and they're super cute. They're like my favorite. I'm going to use the Hello. So it's also from that same stamp set, just using black on this little tiny label. It fits perfectly like that. Cover that up. Then I'm going to put this on. Oh no. I need more dimensionals. Let's see. I'm trying to find some that I already started, but apparently I only have minis. Alright, well, let's just grab, nope, that's not, there we go. Alright, starting, oh, there we go. Hopefully. Okay, you guys are there. Alright, sorry about that. It kind of zoned out for a second. It was not you, it was me. It's not you, it's me. The internet is apparently a little iffy right now. I don't know why, but I think we're back. Nicole, that's so cute. They're so funny. Like, I've never seen it. Like, she literally follows me around and then she whines at me. Like, she cries at me. If, when I'm finished, I'll show you. She's sitting right next to me, just watching every move. She's just so funny. She's so silly. I don't know why she's obsessed with me, but she has been ever since I moved in here. Alright, so I'm going to use my take your pick tool and my rhinestones, and we're going to add some bling to these. I might need some more rhinestones here too. I like the littler ones, but maybe we'll switch in some bigger ones. Alright, let's use these medium ones on this one. One here, and I just like to work in 3s usually, but you can do as many as you want. They do say that you should have odd numbers for design principles. I don't know why that is, but that's what they say. I'm going to do the little ones on this one. Whoops. This take your pick tool is a game changer if you have trouble with embellishments. I can do one more with the small ones. Whoops. I have a little excess putty there. There. And there. And I'll use the medium ones for this one. 1, 2, and 3. And one more, and I guess this time we're going to use the big ones. And 3. And I'm going to run out, so I'm going to have to get more or change my embellishment. Let's put one here. Like that. I only have 2 here. 1, 2. I love this though. It's such a good feeling to actually get rid of things. Okay, so let's see what I have here. Oh, I have. Let's go ahead and continue with the rhinestones. I can open them. Okay, this one I started using the big ones, so we'll finish with the big ones. Maybe we'll leave that down there, like that. Let's do medium-sized ones for this. Yeah, these. 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, 3. There we go. Finished. We did 11 cards together. I don't know how long that took me, but it was not that long, I don't think. So there's our layout number 1. Same layout, different card base. Layout number 2 was this really fun little folds. Got 4 of those. We got 2 of layout number 3. And then 1 bonus card. So that was the ones we just made now. And then if you missed it earlier, these were the ones I made earlier. So this was layout number 1. I made all the same base for this one. And then layout number 2 was this one with that pattern. So this paper is the same pack of paper. It's just different pattern. And then this was layout number 3, which we got 2 of those. And then the bonus one was here. So here you go. I just made 22 cards in like an hour and a half. So, like I said, you could use the entire pack of paper and just do a set for each one. So how I was saying before is I think if you wanted to use a pattern that needs a direction, you would cut it in half this way so that the pattern is facing like the upward, like the way you want it. If it's supposed to be, this was supposed to be upright, you would turn it and face it that way and then cut it in half. And then you're going to be cutting sideways. So I think it would work. Although maybe not for this one because we cut I don't know. You'd have to try it out. I'd have to I can't visualize it right now, but you'll have to play with it. But you could totally do a set with each pattern. This paper is so pretty. Like I said, this one is the Bird Ballad paper. It is retiring. It's on sale for 30% off. It's only $8.05 right now. There's actually a bunch of the paper that's on sale. So be sure to check out the online store. You can go to jenpitta.stampinup.net and see what's on sale in the last chance products. But it's really, really great deals on some of the stuff. And I will tell you that it's not obvious some of the stuff is on sale. You actually have to click on the product before it actually shows up. So I'm going to go ahead and do a walkthrough of the catalog later this week, and I'll post it to my YouTube channel, which is also By the Shore Stamping. So if you're not already a fan of me there, be sure to go and subscribe to that channel as well. And then I will be back on Thursday at 2 o'clock for our usual Facebook Live. So I will see you then. Thanks so much for watching. And if you're not already on my mailing list, be sure to click sign up above here on this page, and I will send you the cutting directions for the cards that I made today. So that's going out to my email list later this afternoon. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.